What? Hello? Hi. Is that you guys? Hello? Is that Chatterino? Hello? Guys, I'm so close today. Why am I so close? I'm gonna explain to you later. Hello everyone. Hello, I'm back. Hello guys. Hi. Yeah, guys, I had my headband on because I wanted to do my makeup, but it looked kind of weird. Hello, everyone. Hello. Haru, what's up? Thank you for the tier 1 in the 8th month. Lynn, thank you for the tier 1 the 7th. And Kishka, thank you for the prime the 17th. Yeah, guys, I'm so sorry that I'm so close up, but just like as a short explanation, the reason why I'm so close is because yesterday I filmed. Oh, sorry, my subs are off because of that. Yesterday I filmed a YouTube video for I filmed a YouTube video, so that's why my camera is so closed up. Because I promised you guys a new YouTube video, so I took the time yesterday to do it. Yo, Mike Chicken, thank you for the prime and the 4th. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, guys, so basically, where do I even start? Let me see. Maybe let's start as to what the YouTube video is. So you guys are gonna get a YouTube video in 3 days. It's gonna be a makeup tutorial, and on top of like an updated one of like how I do my makeup currently. And on top of that, it's also kind of like an update video of like what has been going on with me and stuff like that. So I did that video, so it's gonna be probably like an hour-long video. And on top of that, I almost died, which is why I couldn't stream. Like this, I know it's like it sounds like an excuse, but I like actually almost died. So yeah, so how do I even start this? So what happened was basically that last weekend, okay? So I've been dealing with a lot of migraines, and my migraines barely, like I promise you, barely end in me throwing up. Like it barely happens, okay? But I don't know what happened, but last weekend my migraine got so bad that I had to throw up. And so I had some stomach issues because of like me feeling like not like throwing up, but I had a stomach ache. And I thought, you know what, maybe it has nothing to do with the migraine, maybe it's just that I haven't eaten today. So I ate like 3 toasts, right? Which is like bread, so it's like thick. And I ate those, and I hadn't drank a lot of water. So when my migraine kicked in and I had to like throw up, I was not throwing up like liquids. I was like literally pulling up like whole cloths of food, like chunks of food, right? So I was basically like not breathing anymore because my body was just constantly throwing up those big chunks of like bread, and I could not breathe, right? So after that, I thought, okay, I haven't taken a breath in like almost 40-50 seconds. And like my ears, like Loki, like I'm getting to a point where I need to like breathe, but I can't, right? Because I was like doing the constantly. So I thought, you know what? Let me go to like the sink and like take water and to like spit it out and see if then the nauseousness is gone. Because like usually when you have to throw up, you continue throwing up because of the smell and the taste of throw up. So I thought if I use water, maybe that will go away, right? So I put water. I still haven't taken a breath. So I'm like having the water, and I'm going for my first breath, but I still had water in my mouth. Like, not a lot, but just a little bit. And the water went straight up into my breathing thingy. Like, in my breathing tube. I don't know what it's called in English. But, yeah. So now I was choking. So now we went from throwing up to not breathing to chugging water to now I couldn't breathe because I was choking on water in my airways. So I'm like, fuck, like I'm getting to a point where I can't like stand up straight because of my asthma and like the air is missing. So my first thought was, let me go to Dantes, put up my hand so he can smack me on my back and then it's gonna be fine, right? So I opened Dante's door. I'm pulling up my hands and coughing and trying to make him, like, show him, pat my back. Dantes thought I was dying and choking, so he grabs me by the shoulders, swifts me around, grabs his hands around me, and fucking nukes his, like, fists into my belly. So now, I'm not coughing anymore. I'm, like, throwing myself on the ground because I feel like, dude, my whole intestines just got ripped open and I feel like someone just gave me a sucker punch into my abdomen. So now, at least I'm not choking. I'm breathing again, but I'm in pain. I'm in so much pain. So then I'm like crying, in pain, screaming. Now I'm screaming at Dantes. I'm like, why the hell would you hit me in the stomach? And he's like, I thought you're choking. And I told him, Dantes, the Heimlich maneuver, you do it with the ribs where your lungs are. Why the fuck would you do it into my stomach, you dumb bitch? So now I'm pissed off. I'm in pain. And I still felt disgusting. Like, my whole throat felt, like, itchy. Because I haven't brushed my teeth yet. I still was, like, low-key, like, itching because of the water. And I was like, dude, like, everything's just fucked. And then, next morning, worst thing ever happens, by the way. You know, next morning, I was like, okay, you know what? It's whatever. Dantes tried his best. I'm not in that bad pain anymore. Like, it still hurts a little bit. But it's like, whatever. Tell me why I go to the mirror. My face is like, I've never seen my face like this. My face was swollen. My eyes were swollen. Red. Everything was red. And I had like red dots all over my face. Over my eyes. Over my forehead. Everywhere. I had little red dots everywhere. It looked like someone gave me a hickey in my face. So I'm like, why the fuck do I look like this? My skin is hurting. My eyes are swollen. Like, what's happening? So I Google it. So apparently when you don't breathe, what can happen is that the blood vessels in your skin, if you have sensitive skin, can pop and then it looks like a hickey and you have like literally like red dots all over your face. So I was like, dude, there's no fucking way. So then, for the last 4 days, guys, I looked like, I shit you not, someone gave me a hickey in my entire face, especially here in this area and over my eyes. It looked horrible, and I had the worst headaches ever. Yeah, so that happened, which helped me from streaming. So yesterday was the first day that I felt a little bit better. So I like made a YouTube video and then today I like streamed. That's what happened to me when I threw up for 4 hours straight. Legitimate, like it was bad. It was so bad, but now I'm feeling better. Was that the day you played Forza? Could be that was like early in the day. But I'm not sure. Was it? It could be. Was that Monday or Tuesday? But that already happened. Like, I had all the dots on my face. Lara! Zeno, thank you for the Prime the 16th. I really appreciate it. And Memento, thank you for the Tier 1 the 12th. Glad you're okay, though. Periode. Maybe you're pregnant. Yeah, dude, I just got my period. I don't think that my migraines and having to throw up because of that belongs to each other. I used to, back in the day, always throw up at my migraines, but with these, like, new migraines that I have, it hasn't been, like, a average thing. I still haven't received... Yep, and I made a point in my video. I actually talked about it, that I'm currently sending out all the rest of the stuff I had. So I think I have, like, 4 more packages left that I have to send out, and then I'm done. Yeah. So if it's not sent out or you haven't received the shipping information by the end of this month, then just message me on Instagram. You're okay now? Yeah, now I'm okay. Have you gone anywhere to get it checked out? The migraines? Well, yeah, I'm in therapy for that. Do you hear Dante's yelling? Yes and no. Like, yeah, when he's loud, I hear it, but right now, obviously, I don't hear him talking. Which language do you feel most comfortable speaking? I would say German, probably. Herr Shiran, was geht? Boah, Digga, das ist eine Frage. Frag mich das mal, wenn ich... Frag mich das, wenn ich mehr Sicherheit in dem Land hier habe. Oh, guys, by the way, I got my message because of my work permit that was, like, holding me from, like, leaving the country. I got denied. Dude, I also have to go to the dentist, but I don't want to go. I hate it. Meinst du damit? Ich habe keinen Status in dem Land hier. Ich habe keinen Status in dem Land, in dem ich gerade bin. What does that mean? So I'm not allowed working in this country anymore? Ha! Yes! Cool, guys. But it's not my fault. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. It's that they are using AI now to do the applications, and the AI made a mistake. So we're currently talking to someone that is, like, working for immigrations, and they're gonna probably change it in the next couple of weeks. But it's like, it's so stupid, dude. Like, again, one of those momentums where it's like so unnecessary for no reason. But at least that means I can travel again. Like, it means I can leave the country again, but it's like, you know what I mean? So unnecessary. Super, super unnecessary. Break it or leave it all apart. Yeah. Guys, give me just a second. I have to change. Oh my god, I'm so close to the camera. I have to change the subbies. You can still live there. Well, I can be here on a work permit, on a travel visa, but I'm currently not allowed working here. So I'm allowed staying in the country. I'm just not allowed making money here. Okay. Oh, sorry. Now I fixed it. AI is so dumb. Yeah, it's so stupid, dude. But at least, like, we're gonna get that fixed now. But I don't know how long it's gonna take. What do you think about so many Turkish people living in Germany? I don't know. I have Turkish family. They're not blood related to me, but they're married into my family. I don't know. They make good food, dude. Good music. They're cool. I don't know. Like, it's like asking me, oh, what do you think about Latinos being in Germany? Babes. I don't know. People. What do you think about tourists? I don't know. Just like people, you know what I mean? And like, if I'm not mistaken, Turkish people have been like in Germany for a long ass time. Like, Turkish people are like low-key part of Germany, dude. I don't know, man. I'm from Berlin. I'm like multicultural, babes. If you want like someone to be like more like right radical and like more like Nazi against like foreigners, maybe don't go to the foreigner. I'm an immigrant, dude. I'm an immigrant. Like, what do you want me to say? Fuck the immigrants. I would fuck myself over. The fuck you mean? I don't know, dude. I don't know. What do you mean you have Turkish family? Well, I have family that married Turkish. So I have some great uncles that so on my mom's side, my grandma, her brother married a Turkish woman and they have like Colombian Turkish children and some of them married Turkish women as well. Yup. So like they're not blood related to me, but their children are blood related to me. That's stupid. You're married to a Canadian citizen. Why is it that hard? I don't know, dude. Shuri, thank you for the 23rd. Dankeschön. Any new shopping recently? Well, I actually bought Pokemon stuff for a stream. I don't know when it will arrive though. Let me see. Um, let me see. Where's my shop app? There. Yeah, it still says it's in transit, to be fair. I think it might arrive like tomorrow or the day after, but I also ordered like 30th anniversary Pokemon Chinese stuff to open on stream, and I think that should also like come. So I'm like wondering, should we do one big Pokemon stream or like two smaller ones? I think maybe two smaller ones would be nicer. Yeah, here. So one of the items I ordered it on May 27th and it arrived like maybe like 5 days ago. So it took like, yeah, it took like not even a week to arrive. So hopefully this one will arrive in the same. Here, let me see, track order. When did it arrive? Oh, it was on the day that I ordered. So it took 7 days to arrive. So let's hope that the other one is like in the same thingy. Here, I can show you guys which one I ordered. Bitch, you don't step on my fucking toes with them cowboy looking ass boots, bitch. Disgusting. Here, this thingy. Dude. I ordered this box. There's like 8 packs of it there. This box, it's like the 30th anniversary Chinese. Dude, like the light is like horrible. This one. The Chinese 30th anniversary box. There's like 8 packs, like 8 boxes in there. One promo card and one like Pokemon what is it called? One pack is in there, one Chinese one. And then I ordered, oh my god, my eye is literally fucking me up right now. Let me just open Stellar Cards where I get my cards from. And then I ordered this new set, which is Abyss Eye Pokemon cards. I ordered one of these. And then the complimentary set, the Ninja Spinner one. Also ordered this one. I think. Wait, let me see. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's what I ordered. Because I wanted to order a different one, but I couldn't. because the other one they didn't ship. Yeah, Ninja Spinner and Abyss Eye. Those two I ordered. I wish I could order more, but like, bitch, I'm broke as fuck at this point. Like, a bitch does not have money for that. So, yeah, I ordered those. Yeah, that's it for now. They're so expensive. It's Canadian dollars though, so it's not euros. You've been getting paid good? No, Dante's bought them for me. Because, like, I haven't been spending any money. Except yesterday night. Dude, yesterday night I went a little bit crazy, guys. I'm sorry. I went a little bit crazy. So, you know how I collect over here? You see those books, the dark ones, the 4-1 here? Those are limited edition, Lux edition, Zodiac Academy books. And I started collecting them pretty late, which meant I started collecting them when you couldn't buy the ones that were already out. Like, it's like only pre-order. So they only produce them as much as they're getting bought. Let's say from January till February, they have pre-orders open. In that time span, you can buy the book, and then it's getting produced and sent to you. And because I started buying them so late on, I was missing out on a lot of books. And yesterday I was like, oh, like, I haven't been on the website for a long time. Let me see, you know what I mean? Let me see if I can, like, find some new books. And then I saw that they opened up pre-orders for every single edition again. How insane is that? They open up every single pre-order for every single edition again. So I literally bought, I think, 4 or 5 books that I missed. I bought them instantly, and it was like, I think it was like 380 Canadian, which is like 200 euros. So yeah. Books and Pokemon real. Gotta get Riftbound. Dude, Riftbound is shit. Because you have to understand, Riftbound, like, once you have the cards that say this edition, right? They don't work for the other ones. So what the fuck? Real Chrome Hearts? No. I got this for my wedding day. My mother-in-law got this made. This is gold. This is not, I don't even know what material Chrome Hearts is, but this is white gold. And she knew that I like wearing Chrome Hearts. So she, like, took a picture from me where I was wearing a ring like this. And she told the guy, dude, make a necklace out of it. So he made this necklace. You and Dance are married? Yes. We are almost... Wait, it's June, July, August, September, October. In 4 months, we are hitting our 1-year anniversary. Thank you, Suni. So yeah, we're gonna do Pokemon unboxings on stream. We're waiting for good shit. I know what you mean. Vinyl stand also. Yeah, because I bought 1 pack of it already, and I got, like, the owl. So I was like, damn, like, I thought I would get, like, a nice starter. So I bought, like, the whole big box. 1 year already? Yeah, it's almost a year in October, guys. 25th. Okay, let's do my makeup, though. I look a little bit more presentable. Will you go to Florida? No, I won't. Dantes is going. I won't because of my migraines. I don't want to travel right now because I'm preparing myself currently. I'm preparing myself currently to travel to Japan soon. Actually, okay. It's such a cute story. Dantes is inviting my friends and me and his friends on a all expenses covered trip to Japan. Because I didn't get a honeymoon. Isn't that cute? So yeah, we're going on a trip to Japan this year. We're currently in the makes of planning it, so I can't tell you guys any details yet. But I will as soon as we have, like, more details. He's actually so thoughtful. He is. Bruce, thank you for the Prime and the 9th. I missed you so much. I missed you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna try being a bit more consistent with streaming now. Like, just like I said, like the last week was a bit eventful, but I'm doing better now, so we should be good. And I'm trying to do weekly YouTube videos again. Ich bin Lara und ich bin auch mit dabei. Okay, let's do my makeup, guys. Yeah, so that's basically what just has been happening behind the scenes. Are your headaches still so bad? They've become better. 100%. Because I've been taking a step back from streaming and doing content creation overall. They have 100% become a little bit more acceptable. And I have changed my diet a lot, so I'm doing pretty good. Also, guys, I like low-key, because I like started taking care of myself, I got like full on rid of my eating disorder. That was fast, dude. That was really fast. Thank you, Jubilee. Dan's room is so dark and yours so bright. Yeah, because that man does not let one light of the day enter that room. Paula, thank you for the resub in the 11th month. How are you doing? Thank you so much. Screens give you headaches? Well, it's the screens and the lights. It's the screens, the lights, having to like maintain like not an attitude, but like be entertaining, you know, like jumping around, screaming around, like all these things. And it's also, I was very, very much so like inconsistent with sleeping and all of that. So yeah. Because like what you can't see is that I have like big lights behind the screens that like light up my room even more. Thank you, Leah. When he shaved his face at this desk, I could not be doing a whole tour. No, that dude, he's so stupid as well. Like, dude, he literally shaved his face, and because he like does it with like his streaming camera, it's like with me as an example right now, it would be good, right? Like I have a pretty good camera, so it doesn't matter. But that guy has like his camera this big on his monitor, and then he just shaves, and then he has like ripped open skin everywhere. Like, dude, what the fuck? Will there be a new YouTube video soon? In 3 days. My editors already uploaded it. We already have thumbnails. Everything is up. I'm just waiting for it to become Wednesday. On Wednesday is gonna be a new YouTube video. Same thing on Sunday. So you're gonna get 2 YouTube videos this week. One is a makeup tutorial, and the other one is more like lifestyle. Because I can't do vlogs right now. Because my vlogs are literally just me waking up, moving to my couch, putting on like calming music or a show while I clean up, and then I just sit there and I don't do anything. I just sleep like 16 hours. What about the whole medical card for headaches? I think you remember you saying that. Yeah, because like I have like a PR still open, so that also is taking time. And until I don't have that, I also don't get a Medicard. Dan's such a weird guy, but you guys also look good. What? What a weird thing to say. I've been surviving on the shorts. I know what you mean. Yeah, we have a new YouTube video coming up, I promise. It's filmed, it's already cut. My editor already uploaded it. So it will come out in 3 days. He was trying to do his eyebrows, and I was like, just let wife do it. Oh, dude, he does not let me touch his skin. Hi, vermasselt, was geht? What did he want to do? He wanted to, like, he was shaving his face. Don't you get bored like that? Yes and no, I would say. Currently, I'm just like very happy that I can take it slow. I go for little walks and like little things. I love that little mole on your eyes is so cute. Yeah, I have one here and I have one on my waterline. I have like on both eyes one. Yeah, also guys, I'm talking about the whole house situation in the next YouTube video. My ex-girlfriend got married 3 months after we broke up when she said that she isn't ready for relationships. Thoughts? Again, so first of all, I'm very sorry for you, but I always tell people this and I can't make it a point enough. If you meet someone, right, and they tell you, "Oh, I'm not ready for a relationship," it's not that they're not ready for a relationship, they just don't want to be in a relationship with you. So it's not even a thing of like, "Oh, they're lying to me. They don't they said they weren't ready for a relationship." No, they were ready for a relationship. Everyone is ready for a relationship, just not with you in that moment. So it's like they never wanted to be with you, you know what I mean, in the first place. So don't even bother about it, you know what I mean? Like, as an example, if a guy would tell me, like, I've never had a guy tell me that, but if a guy would tell me, like, "Oh, I'm not ready for a relationship," I would literally straight up dodge. Like, straight up. Because, again, if he wanted to, he would, you know what I mean? And for the right person, people, it doesn't even matter the gender, people are always ready to do it, right? For the right person, they will always do and go above and beyond. So, again, it's not a thing of like that you like missed out on something. Like, no, they just didn't want to be with you. Like, plain point, period. That would have never existed. So, don't even be mad about it. What games on Switch 2 do you recommend? Well, I had been playing Pokopia and Tomodachi Life, but like recently I barely game just because it like hurts looking at the screen, so I barely do any of that. I'm a picker too, my boyfriend doesn't let me touch his skin. It's fucked, dude. They just don't want us to like help them. I got tickets for the Bleach 3 episode. Dude, I want to watch so badly the new Scary Movie. Like, everyone is saying it's so dog shit, and they don't even laugh while watching it. And I'm like, dude, in what universe have we ever laughed about Scary Movie? Like, I've never laughed about a Scary Movie moment. Never. Like, never. Are you doing your makeup right now? Yes, sir. I always laughed my ass off. Dude, I've never laughed at a scary movie. But I like them. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not that I didn't laugh because I didn't like them. I just don't find it like hilarious. I just find it entertaining to watch. You're moving into the countryside? Yes, sir. It's like 100% know what you mean. Yeah, it is like that, dude. Like, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like the whole like hookup culture of like, oh, okay, hot take. Are you guys ready? Wanna chat if you're ready for my hot take. Wanna chat if you're ready for my hot take. Okay. My hot take is, okay, listen to this. I do not believe that hookup culture exists. I believe that the whole thing of like, oh, I'm just not ready for a relationship is that people upped their standards for relationship to a point where the average human being just doesn't fit that anymore. So that's why it seems like hookup culture, because people still want to be loved, people still want to like fuck, people still want to have all the benefits of a relationship, but not put a title on it because they know they would never settle for someone like that individual. So I don't believe hookup culture exists. I think every single person out there, like at least 9 out of 10 people out there on an average, would be willing to enter a relationship. They just don't because they don't meet the people that they want to settle for, because it's very, very rare that you will meet these people nowadays with the standards that people have. New parody is a K-pop Demon Hunters. Dude, I have to watch it. It's good satire, yeah. Do you have blue light glasses or do they not help? They don't help. Used to get really bad migraines. I got my hormones tested. Maybe I have to look into that. I think you only are ever in love with the love of your life and everyone else is a crush. I don't think so, because I think you can love multiple people in your life. It's just different types of loves. Because, like, as an example, nowadays, right, I would not consider any of my past relationships actual love. Like, none of them. Not one single one of them. But at the time of me being in those relationships, I considered them love, because that's what the definition of love was for me. Like, that's what love I understood under the word love. But now that I'm like married, like I'm in a committed relationship and I have a life with someone, and I feel like this is like the love that everyone talks about and that I feel on the inside, right, in my life and everything. Now I'm like, oh, this is actually what love is, and all past relationships weren't really that type of love. But it doesn't invalidate that back then myself considered them love, because that was the only definition of love that I knew, right? What do you think about people that stay friends with their exes in new relationships? Well, it really does depend, right? Because the thing is, for me personally, I believe you should do in your life whatever the fuck you want to do. Do I scrutinize people for being friends with their exes? No. Do I think having opposite gender friends in a relationship is a red flag? No. But I wouldn't do it. I would see it as like a no-go for my relationship, but I don't think you're a bad partner because you have that. Because, like, every relationship, as long as the two people in the relationship are fine with it, like sincerely fine, like not just like, oh, whatever, like I have to be fine with it. Like, I mean, you both love the relationship the way it is and wouldn't change it for anything, right? For like the basics, right? You always have issues in relationships, but like the overall is perfectly the way it is, right? So who am I to tell someone, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, when I also have like boundaries and stuff like that in my relationship that other people would consider like very like insecure. Like, as an example, some people, you know, they would say, oh, that you don't want like like female friends for your partner's insecure. And do I agree that I'm insecure overall? Oh yeah, I'm a very, especially like based on myself, I'm a very in myself insecure person. But I don't want my partner to not have female friends because I think, oh, oh my god, they're gonna snap him away from me. The reason why I don't want that is because I don't invite other romance into my life. Like, I don't even give it space. And I feel like it doesn't matter really what happens in life. I've always made the experience that I could not be friends with guys. Like, usually, if I didn't meet them in like a friend circle, right? If it was like, oh, a girl and a boy are together and like me and my partner are in that friend circle, then I could like be normal with them, right? But like, I feel like when it's on a humane private basis, it always felt like one of the other, like one or the other part always wanted more from the other. Because like, even if, like, as an example, right, let's say you guys have like, you're a girl, okay, and you have a guy friend, and you tell me, Laura, I swear to you, me and him, we don't think sexual about each other, right? That can be true in the moment, but I promise you, 9 out of 10 guys, if you would ask them outside of a relationship, hey, like, I really want to fuck and I need someone to fuck right now, like, can you come over? 9 out of 10 guys are gonna say yes. And that is like such a high percentage that I'm like, there's no fucking way that I'm gonna have male friends. You know what I mean? But again, if you want to have male friends in your relationship or female friends, that you're entitled to that. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, you're not a valid relationship because you don't participate in my beliefs. Dating is cooked and the cooker is... Dude, no, you know what's fucked? The stereotypes and the standards for men and women in relationships nowadays. It's fucking insanity. Cindy, thank you for the tier on the 22nd. Thank you so much. And I'm telling you guys, like, this might sound really crazy, but this is a tip I'm gonna give you guys. The earlier you, like, find someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, the better you're off. The older you get, the more pickier you get. The more pickier the other party gets. Because, like, if you're young, because I've had a talk with like one of Dante's family friends, and she is like in her early 40s, and she doesn't have a partner, she doesn't have children, none of that. And I talked to her, and it's like crazy that when people like get older, like their standards for relationships get super super high. Like they want someone that is like either children free or has like children that don't live at home anymore, that have like their own place, that they're financially stable, they know where they want to go in life, but they also still are willing to put your life into their life, and same with the other way around. Like it's easier to combine two lives that are still like developing than two existing lives together. So all I can tell you guys, I don't believe that the whole thing of like, oh, let's fuck around in our 20s and then settle like in our 30s and 40s is a valid thing. The later you settle down, if you want to settle down, obviously, the later you settle down or the later you look for a long-term partner, if that's what you want, the harder it gets. What about gay men? Okay, I can obviously not talk for gay or like queer individuals because like I don't participate in queer love. And happy Pride Month, by the way. And I'm not gonna speak for a group of people if I don't have any knowledge about that. I can only speak for heterosexual couples, right? But Senior, thank you for the tier 1, the 22nd. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. They're really scared of commitment. Mm. The way Dantas talks about you on stream, I can see it. How does he talk about me on stream? What? He needs a beating or what? Countryside is such an in-between for me. You get good like summers and magical winters, but you pay for it with in-between seasons like those rain disgusting autumn and spring seasons. Well, it depends, right? It does depend on the ground that you're building on or like that you bought. Yo, Vampy, thank you for the tier 1, the 11th. Beat up Dante's Periode. That's so true. I've seen a lot of men still see true love to their first love even while being in a relationship. I don't know, dude. I'm my husband's first long-term relationship, so I don't know. I've never been in a relationship with a guy that made me feel like I was competing with anyone. I don't know, or maybe I didn't feel like it by myself, even though they were doing it. I don't really know. But I've been cheated on, so love your tattoos. Thank you, Cynical. How are you doing? As an old person dating sucks, dude. First of all, you're not old. Second of all, I agree with you. Opinion about long distance relationship. I couldn't make it work. I don't think I could. I think it's way harder making it work like that. But if that's what you want to do, you're not invalid for it. Like I'm not gonna crucify you for. I have been in long distance relationships, but they never worked out. What do you mean? Oh, being friends with gay men. Well, that's like obviously different. Like a gay guy is never gonna be like, oh my god, let me suck your titties. You know what I mean? Like, as long as they're not like dressed up as balls. You're a wifey, I am. I can second on that. Dantas is correct when people say girlfriend. This is my hubby. What do you think about his streams with Jinxie? Honestly, some of the funniest streams I've ever seen. Very entertaining. Very entertaining. I'm just happy for him, you know, that he's enjoying himself. Tips on getting a partner. Don't settle for love bombing. Give it some time. I always say be consistently talking to a person for like a couple of like weeks or months before you actually like talk about like getting in a relationship. He's respectful, corrects people when they say you're his girlfriend, but says you're his wife. That's right. That's right. As he should. Yo, Revan, how are you doing? I need advice for your 20s. I turn 20 soon, but like what advice? Because like, I'm gonna be honest with 20, it's like you're like in an age where you just try figuring shit out. Like 20s is a very confusing stage. Yo, Jen, was geht? What is love bombing? Love bombing basically is when someone showers you with love. Like they constantly call you good morning, per princess, king, whatever. They constantly show up for you. They do everything for you. Like they just like fill your life with love and like kind of like bomb you with it. Like instead of just like taking it slow and like taking it step by step, they kind of like tell you like after a week, like, I think I'm in love with you. Like they just like bomb you with love. Life advice: don't be hard on yourself. You don't have to have everything figured out at 20. That's the best advice I can give you. Literally. You should make mistakes now, take risks, make mistakes. Like as an example, my 20s, I literally quit my school. I moved across the country into a house with a guy that I barely knew at the time. And like he was my partner, but like we hadn't been dating for long. I left all my life in Berlin behind me at the time. I regretted it. Hella. I had like a drug addiction back then because like I was so depressed, but you know, like in your 20s, like make mistakes. Like don't be afraid to take risks. Right now you still can take risks. If you're like in your mid to late 20s, that's when you should start like figuring shit out. Like that's when you should be like, okay, now it's time to like find like a stable job, like get into a place where it's like, okay, now I should look like for something where I can like consistently have an income, find something like for you to live by yourself, maybe get in a serious relationship, do more like adult stuff. Like don't go partying every weekend. Like try like educating yourself. Maybe take your money instead of partying every weekend to go on a nice trip with your friends. Like do those things. Like yeah, take life a bit slower. In the early 20s, be wild, do a lot of stuff. Like as an example, I've never been partying in my 20s, but like you can be wild without partying, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't take partying for you to be like a wild guy. Like just take risks, do what you want to do. That's all I can say. Just a little hungover, dude. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. Yesterday was Saturday, so it's fine. I was like, dude, under the week, and then I was like, dude, it's not under the week. You look gorgeous. Thank you, Cookie. One day they ghost you, next day they're all over you. No, dude, if a guy... Oh my god, you guys want to hear the craziest story about ghosting? One in chat if you want to hear literally the craziest... Like, I shit you not, you guys have never heard a crazier story than the story about ghosting. So, when I was 13, I was on a trip in Turkey, Antalya, with my family. With my mother, her husband, and my brother. And at that time, like, I'm 13, I'm starting to kind of be like, oh, boys, you know, like, kind of like not being interested in boys, but you start to like realize that you find like boys attractive, you know? And on that trip in Antalya, there was a guy, okay? And he was like there, and he was like, he looked like my age, right? Like he didn't look way older than me. Like he looked like he is maybe like 15, 16. So like in my age group, right? And I saw him. I would always look at him. I would like hide behind my brother and his friends. And I would just like constantly be like in the water outside, just like looking if I could see him and stuff like that. You know, like a teenager is, right? And at some point, my family befriended like a different German family there. And the mother of that family, she was like, damn, Laura, like, why are you constantly like looking at that guy? Like, do you have a crush or what? And I was like, no, like, it's fine, like, whatever. Like, I'm just like looking at him. Like, I don't even know if he speaks German. Like, who even knows, you know? Like, whatever. Like, just don't mind it. Like, I didn't want to talk about it, especially not to a fucking stranger. And then the next day happens, right? And they all see that the guy is like low-key looking back at me, right? But not like I didn't see it, yeah? So then I'm like sitting on a chair next to my mother and like the other mom, and the other mother of the other girl, she was like, I'm not gonna handle this. Like, I don't like this. I don't like you sitting around here. I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna ask him if he wants to join us. And I was like, please do not do this. Like, it's so awkward. Like, just leave it. Like just leave it. Like, I don't want to talk to this guy, right? She stands up. She goes up to him. And she's like, I didn't hear what she was saying because she was like away. But he started like, she was like pointing at me. And he was like looking and like kind of like smiling. So, you know what I did? Like, the most awkward thing I could do, obviously, as a 13-year-old. I jump up the moment they start walking towards us and hide behind a chair. Like a fucking dumbass, dude. I hide behind a plastic chair. And then when he comes, I pretend like something fell on the floor and I just come up. I'm like, hey. Hi. And he was like, yo, what's up? So he just sat next to me and we were like barely talking to each other. So the mom start talking to him and then we kind of like start talking, whatever. And then I think for the next couple of days we hung out a little bit. Like, we would go to like the beach together, etc., etc. And then at some point he has to leave for like the place that he lived in Germany, which was like Hamburg, and I lived in Berlin. So he gives me his t-shirt and, you know, like, it smells like me. He gives me his t-shirt and he gives me his phone number and he's like, once you have your phone back, like, text me. So I was like, okay, you know? So he leaves, his trip is over, and I think at that point, my trip had like a couple more days left. So once I'm back in Berlin, I like save up his number, I text him, he texts me back, and I think like a week later, he came to Berlin to like visit me. And he only stayed like over the day, and late at night, he went back to Hamburg. Because like obviously I was only 13, so there's no fucking way that that guy is gonna like stay over at my place. So he goes back, and after that trip, I think for like 1 or 2 weeks we talked, and we were like calling each other like boyfriend and girlfriend and stuff, right? And he ghosts me. Okay? I was heartbroken. His name was Eugene. I was so heartbroken over Eugene. 13-year-old me, heartbroken, dude. So then, whatever. I get over it. It's like, whatever. Live on. Life continues. And then I turn 18, right? Tell me why, when I turn 18, I get a phone message. Okay? A message on my phone. Hey, my love. It's me, Eugene. I'm so sorry that I didn't text you all these years. But what happened was, back then, I was at a party, and at the party, a girl stole my phone. I had an investigation going on against her, and the police had my phone, which is why I couldn't text you. But now, after the investigation was done, I got my phone back. So now we can talk again, baby. Mind you, 5 years had passed. I'm like a grown-ass woman now, right? So obviously the way I just let him on for a bit. I was like, oh my god, how tragic. What exactly happened? I got the whole story and then I blocked him. Don't give a fuck. But, yeah, that was like crazy, right? Yo, Fearless, what's up? Yeah, isn't that crazy? His brain didn't develop with him. Mind you, that guy at that point must have been like 20 or 21. What happened? Well, tell me what the last thing was you heard. Okay, what was the last thing the ads people heard? And then I'll tell you the rest. Good on blocking, of course. When you turn 18, yeah. So when I turned 18, I got a message one day. Random day, by the way. I already changed like twice my phone, but I kept obviously my phone number. And the message basically started with, "Hey baby, hey my love, it's Eugene. So back then, when I didn't message you back, my phone got stolen at a party by a girl, and I had to like start an investigation, and the investigation they had to keep my phone, and I just got it back. So how have you been, baby?" And I was like, so I obviously I like made fun about it a bit, why, right? Because I like, dude, might as well like literally make him feel bad. So I was like, oh, so you couldn't have like texted me over your family's phone, or you couldn't have messaged me on Facebook or whatever for 5 years. Like I didn't care at that point anymore. I just found it very, very, very like that was like one of the craziest things that ever happened to me. And sometimes I think to myself, like, does he sometimes sit there and he's like, damn, I missed out on that. I don't know. Who even cares? It was funny. He made my day back then. What was I alive those years to remember to text and act like that? That's what I mean. Like, dude, how can you like I didn't even think about him at that time. Like how come you like remembered me on a random Tuesday morning and you're like, yeah, let me text her, dude. Is he Turkish? No, he was I think he was German American. What eyebrow pens are you using? Sana Newborn. It's a Japanese brand. Just say you don't know Eugene? No, I wanted to know the story, dude. I wanted to know what happened. Like, how crazy of a story can this person come up with? Like, that's what I wanted to know. Like, it was entertaining. It wasn't like a thing where I was like, oh my god, the love of my life just texted me and I finally have him back. Like, dude, we were like in a like fake long distance relationship for like 3 weeks. Like, okay, dude, like you did not have that impact on me. Like, we didn't even like we didn't make out, we didn't like have sexual intercourse, like we never slept in the same bed, like, you know what I mean, we never spent more than like 4 or 5 hours with each other, so like it's like whatever, dude. Yep. What possessed him to text you? I have no clue, but I know for a fact that we tried finding him in 2021, I think. I told the story on my stream, and then we tried like figuring out what happened, like, now like a couple of years have passed. Like, let's find out what actually happened. But I couldn't find him anymore. Like, I couldn't find him on Facebook or Instagram. So I couldn't ask him what actually happened, which was kind of upsetting, but it's like, whatever, you know what I mean? But it would have been nice, you know? Just for like the fun fact of the story to have like more of like an insight. It's like finding out why a murderer killed the people he killed. Like what was his reasoning, you know what I mean? It would have been nice for like a bit more context. What do you think, Laura, about this? Men always come back. Mm, I think it depends. I think it can hold some truth because there are some men out there, you know, like, especially when they're like lonely, they like come back to you. But it's also a thing where a lot of girls drunk text you, you know? So it's like low-key both genders come back. But I would say that probably mm, probably probably more men come back because I feel like more women are willing to take the guys back than men are willing to take the girls back. Does that make sense? Like I feel like it's not very common for a guy to take a girl back, but it's very, very common for a girl to take a guy back. To have your eyebrow tattoos, I heard the fade and I want to microblade mine. I wouldn't microblade them if you don't want to keep the style forever. Like mine are like low-key fading. Like here you can barely see it. Here you can still see it a little bit more. But yeah. Time to make some text. Shut up. Marathon will be one of the biggest things Stan's ever done in his career. Well, I hope he has fun, you know? And hopefully he brings me something nice back. Like maybe like a... Because like I know Florida has a lot of like Disney stuff. So hopefully then this brings me like back like maybe like a Disney keychain or something. Legally, Ogi, thank you for the tier 1 the 22nd. Thank you, Dankeschön. Thank you, Chewies. Or maybe there's like a hot topic where you can find something from Coraline or something like that. Yeah. Like, I don't mind Dante's traveling as long as he, like, thinks of me, you know what I mean? Time to go to the Universal store. Hello Kitty. Well, I already went there by myself. Well, not by myself. I went with Dantes. But I went there already. Like, we've already been to the Universal together. This year we're going to Universal Japan together and Disney World as well as Puro World. But obviously I have my friends with me and he has some of his friends with him. From personal experience, I'd say more men come back again, but more women drag longer. The seeing of or texting, etc. after the end of a relationship. Well, I would say like more women come back after a relationship. Like what I mean with comeback is not like being the first one to text, but like are willing to get back in a relationship. I have not the feeling that a lot of men are willing to get back in a relationship. Like I think they're maybe down for fucking, but nothing more than that. Or like just like play pretending, but not getting back in a relationship. But that's just my experience. Oh fuck, wrong color. Okay. Have you been to Gali before? Which Gali? California in Cali? Or Cali, Colombia? Wait, California, okay. Yeah, no, I have not been in California before. Do you speak español? Sí, claro que puedo hablar español. Buenas, people. Mi nombre es Laura. Yo puedo hablar alemán, el español y el inglés. ¿Por qué? Mi madre es colombiana, mi padre es alemán y yo vivo en Canadá. Y aquí se habla francés y inglés. How did you learn? It's my native, but I'm low-key like losing it because like I barely speak it with anyone here. You speak French? Mm-mm. Ça va bien. Onegishimasu. Onegishimasu. That means please in Japanese, guys. I've been like trying to learn some Japanese because of my trip. Cause like Loki, I feel like when you try learning Japanese and you try to like speak Japanese, they love it. It's like it's like an attraction for them. Like, oh my god, look at this white bitch trying to speak Japanese. Yay! And I'm like, yay! Yay. Is Dantes French? No, Dantes is Greek Italian, but he can speak French. No, he can't. Well, it sounds awful. Like, you're right with that. It sounds horrendous when he speaks it, and you can barely understand it, but yeah. How many countries have you been? Well, I've seen a lot of places in Germany, Netherlands. I've been to Switzerland, the United Kingdom. I've been to some places in Spain, Italy, Greece, Turkey, Poland. I've been to Korea. I've been to Brazil. I've been through Colombia. I've been to some places in the States. I've been to Florida twice. Once Florida with like Disney World and Universal, and then one time Florida, Miami Beach. And then I've been to Vegas as well in the States. I would love to go to Forks, Oregon at some point, like maybe do like a trip. Maybe like one day when I have kids, you know, do like a Twilight trip where we watch like Twilight movies and at the same time we like go visit the places. I think that would be maybe really cute. Cause like I want a child in the future that like looks outside when it's raining and says, "Mom, it's hoa 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 ho season." Yeah, that I want to still do, but I haven't been. And then obviously Canada, I've been to Toronto and Quebec, Montreal. Have I been anywhere else that I'm forgetting right now? I've been to Mexico before. I think that's it. been to Vegas, but not California. I've been to Vegas because I had to because of Dantes. Because Dantes told me if I don't go to Vegas with him, he's not gonna get in a relationship with me. And obviously I couldn't let that happen, so I went to Vegas. You like to go to Colombia? If so, which city? I really like, obviously. Actually, I don't. I like, okay, no and yes. No and yes, Bogota. Obviously, my home, my heart, and my booty be shaking in it. Cali. And then there's obviously like all those nice places, like what is it called? Medellin. That's what it's called, Medellin. Let me see. To those places I have been before, dude. Cartagena, also been there. I haven't been to Santa Marta. Guatapé, haven't been there. Salento, haven't been there. Barranquilla, Like, I haven't been to a lot of places there. I've visited like a handful, but that was it. Oh. Thank you, Kuro. Thank you for the prime and the sub. I really appreciate it. My friend said I need to go to Colombia. Yes and no. I would tell you go to Colombia, but go in a group of guys. Like, don't go by yourself. You're an Asian. Like, no tea, no shade, no hate. You're gonna be victim over there. Like, white guys and Asian guys. Russians, it's different. Like, if you look like a Russian, it's different. Same with Arabs. And if you're like, when I say Asian, like, I'm excluding like Indians. Because I feel like Indians, in my head, they look a little bit more Arab. But they belong to the continent, Asia, obviously. Is marriage boring? Fuck no. Marriage is like, it's the same as being in a relationship. You can just like flex that you're married. I need to know what your top 3 animes are now, because I said Nana, Death Note, Tokyo Ghoul, but I can be wrong. So my number 1 is will and always be Bleach. My second one will and always be Soul Eater, and my third one is Tokyo Ghoul. I've actually never watched Nana. And Death Note, maybe I'm stupid, but it's low-key like ass. But that's just my opinion. When you go to Korea, well, I'm probably not gonna go to Korea this year anymore. Because maybe I will. We'll see. Because the thing is, okay, let me explain. So the plan was for our friend group to go to Japan for a couple of days, and then from Japan we would go to Korea. But the thing is that I've thought about it, and I was like, dude, I low-key would rather spend all my time in Japan instead of going to Korea for 2 days, like for 48 hours. Like, low-key unnecessary. So we're currently thinking if it wouldn't be smarter just going only to Japan. So yeah. But that's like, it's not 100% sure yet, so maybe we will still go to Korea, but we will figure that out once we get to that hill. Because right now, we're just waiting on one of my friends' work to confirm if they can attend, and then once we have that, we will plan everything else. Have you watched One Piece? Some of it. Wie geht man mit League of Legends Spielern um? Verprügeln. Ja. I need my boyfriend to get rich and take me. I know what you mean. Like, I do. Oh my god, my cats are meowing so loudly. Dude, my cats are 1v9ing my my door right now. Cause I have to feed them, so in a second I'm gonna go feed them. Then we can chill chat for a little bit more, and then I'm gonna go offline. No lashes? Does this look like I have no lashes on? Serena, thank you for the Prime the 9th. How are you doing? Hello. Damn, we're almost at 20 subbies. What the hell? I missed the part where you put the lashes. No, I didn't put them on. I already had them on. I already had the lashes on from yesterday from my YouTube video. Will you stream tomorrow? We'll see. Maybe, yeah. You should scare Dantes for fun. Why would I scare him for fun? Like, he's not gonna find it funny, and I don't think it's funny. Okay, let me just go feed my cats, guys, and then I'm gonna come and do the rest with you guys. I also have a book haul, guys. I'm cats. And daddy, my daddy. Where's Hecky? Okay. End of stream, I'll show you guys the cats, okay? I love traveling to Japan, but I'm afraid to go alone. I've never traveled to Japan by myself, but I had a couple of friends that did that, and I can promise you, if there's a country that is safe to travel by yourself, it's Japan or Korea. We don't have any rules for streaming, but like, why should I scare him? Like, he's not gonna find it funny, and I don't think it's funny. Thank you, Electronic. Honey, what's up? Why do you have a blanket on the chair? Before I was to protect your chair. Like, isn't this one? Well, the thing is because this one's just black. And I always wear black. So if the chair doesn't have a blanket on, I'm disappearing in the chair. And that's why I have a light, that's why I have a light blanket on top. Because my hair's already disappearing. Okay. What's your favorite tattoo? Dude, a lot of tattoos. A skate mouse, hello. Grouping is common in Japan, so be careful. Well, yeah. You should 100% not go into the red light district at like night by yourself. But overall, it's a very safe country compared to others. So, yeah, my sleeve one's actually one of my favorites. Okay, so I got new books. I got the Stormbreaker. Very pretty book. It's actually stunning from the outside. And this is it from the inside. It's a reversible jacket. Then I have a Deathbringer. Also stunning book. That's me, by the way. This is the book. It looks so stunning because it has like a film on top that makes it feel like an old book. This one. And then I have these, but I also pre-ordered the other two. So we have which one's the first one? This one. We have Off Campus limited edition The Deal with Garrett and Hannah. We have The Mistake with being Logan and Grace. And then we have The Score with Dean and Allie. And now I'm missing the one with the curly haired dude. And there's one more, I think that's like the final of like the whole series. Not the Red Light District, literally anywhere. No. I would say if you like dress very modesty, it's very, very, very okay. Like as an example, like when we went to Korea as an example, when we were outside with just the girls, like we would not get a like approach. Like we would get some looks or like someone being like, "Oh, come into the club." But if you tell them no and you just walk away, they're not doing anything. Like they're not gonna pull you into a street and like fucking gang rape you. Like that's not gonna happen. Like they're maybe gonna grab your hand and like shake it and like try pulling you like a little bit, like slightly in the direction you want, but the second you pull back or you say like no, they leave you alone, like ASAP. Especially if you stay on main streets, 100%. And that like happens in an area where there's like clubs and stuff. Like when we went out in like an area where there was no clubs, no one would approach us. Not one single person. I was underage and grew up and I wore very normal everyday clothes. Okay, but like no tea, no shade, no hate, and it's not your fault, right? But you were underage. Like there's a big difference between an innocent child that's like maybe like 14 years old being by themselves or an adult woman that has a phone, that has a loud voice and an conscious thinking. Does not mean that adult women don't get groomed, sexually assaulted or whatever, but in like there's a big difference in that, right? Like a lot of like as an example, I'm telling you, if I would have been like 14 and a guy would have come up to me and been like, "Yo, come here, like you get something for free," I would have probably gone. You know what I mean? While someone in their early 20s maybe has a different understanding, but you don't go to Japan by yourself at 14. Like that's crazy. Like if the person that asks if they can go there by themselves is 14, well, you shouldn't go. Like, I didn't know that was, like, a thing. Like, obviously, you should be over the age of 18. Which red light district? Well, in Berlin, it's not that bad. Like, I'm gonna be honest. In Berlin, do we have a red light district? It's not really, like, a district. Like, we do have some areas that have, like king clubs and king shops and prostitution going on. But it's not very bright. It's like mainly just one street, and it's not that crazy. Like they just stand there and you just walk past them. Um, the red light district isn't that crazy in Berlin, but in Berlin, like we have a lot of people, like a lot of foreigners, so there's a lot of groping, assaults, and everything like that happening because of a lot of people just pass by through Berlin. They don't stay in Berlin, so Berlin, I wouldn't say is the safest place to be. To be fair, if you're not from Berlin, because like when you're from Berlin, you know like where not to go, at what time you don't go there, and stuff like that. Like, as an example, we're going on the train as like a foreigner in, let's say, Korea or Japan. Bah, as long as it's not too full where it's like, oh, you can't see left and right, it's like chill. But like, as an example, like in Berlin, dude, I swear, being on like the S-Bahn or the U-Bahn, especially U9, bah, dude, there's gonna be some throw up happening, some fights, some grabbing you. Like, I think you will like Shibuya, Harajuku, Shinjuku, and of course Akihabara. Yeah, I have like a friend that already went to Japan that's coming with us, and she made like this whole PDF file with all the information. She's like, yeah, whenever you feel like going through it, you can go through it. I'm like, damn, you like a little lifesaver. Yeah, we're probably gonna go to Osaka and Tokyo. Osaka because of shopping and Universals. I was with my family though. It was just a dude who was walking behind me and touched me when he walked away. But yeah, again, that's like, I'm first of all, Lilith, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like, I would never want that to happen to anyone. Doesn't matter what age, what gender, where in the world. But it's just a fact that if you're safe anywhere in the world as a solo traveler, Japan, Korea, or if I think it's Denmark. It's either Denmark or the Netherlands that are also super, super safe. Let me see. Yeah, like as an example, Iceland and New Zealand are top. Same with Singapore and Switzerland. And then we have, what are all the safety countries in the world? GPI. What the fuck is a GPI? I don't even know what the fuck that is. Dude, come on. Here. So in the top 10, you can find Japan, you can find Iceland, Netherlands, Denmark. But those are like, do you really want to go there? You know what I mean? Like no Chino shade. It's nice maybe for like one trip to like see some scenery, but like Japan, 10 out of 10. Yeah, and the most unsafest country to visit is right now, obviously, because obviously also of war, right? That changes like a lot of things. Okay, so there is Morocco, China, India, United Arabs, Egypt, United States, Philippines. Those are like shitty countries to visit, like when it comes to traveling. And when it comes to danger, we have America, especially North America, Central America, and high on that list is South America. Haiti is like extreme high risk. Mexico is extreme high risk, as well as Venezuela. In Europe, the worst one is Ukraine, and then next to it, like Russia. And then Middle East and North Africa, like Sudan and Yemen and Lebanon, they're like extremely risky. Same with Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, Mali, South Sudan, Sudan, Somalia, Syria, and obviously the Gaza Strip. Then Burkina Faso, which is also in Africa, Central Africa Republic, Ethiopia, Asian Pacific like Myanmar, Pakistan, Papua New Guinea, Colombia, actually, hallelujah, medium risk. Thailand, medium risk. Italy is moderated risk. Turkey is medium risk. So yeah, like I'm telling you, like Japan, Korea, they're high up the list of being like very safe countries. Will you always be 100% safe? No, but you aren't even 100% safe in your own country. But I'm just saying, like when I went there, I felt extremely safe as a woman. I would literally go out in the middle of the night without dantes. In the morning, I would go out without dantes, and everyone was so nice to me. Like sometimes they would look weird at you because like you're a foreigner, but it's like that's the worst thing that happened to me ever. You're going to travel alone? No. Have you been to the Reeperbahn in Hamburg? No. So for the people that don't know, Reeperbahn in Hamburg, it's a place in Germany, in the part of Germany that's like in Hamburg, and it's basically a street that you can only enter when you show your ID. And it's basically the red light district, and that's like an actual red light district. Like you can only enter. Like it's not even like, oh, by mistake you go in there. Like you can only enter if you show ID verification. And on top of that, women are not like to be seen in there. So, yeah, no, I've never gone in there. Fuck that shit. Like, it's such a weird thing. I don't know. Like, oh yeah, let me just go in there. Like, fuck no. The only red light district I've ever been in was in the Netherlands, and that was by mistake. Because I, like, took the wrong turn, and then I ended up in the red light district. I'm surprised I survived. I did some stupid shit in Berlin. Well, but you're a guy, right? So I would say, like, for guys, it's always more, like, way safer than for women. Is it 100% safe? No, but it is, I would say, safer than it is for women. Fact check, my fiance told me I panic in Osaka because of the crowds. Best tip I can give you guys, if you go to Japan or Korea, if you want to go without a lot of people, look up when the sun comes up and go to the places while the sun goes up. So let's say the sun will go up at like 5 a.m., be there at 4:30. And then you get the whole place for yourself, everything is fine. And then like slowly the masses will come. But yeah, if you like pre-plan it, you can see every single place without a lot of tourists there. When is the next drop? Hopefully next week. Because I'm feeling a little bit better now after my almost death encounter. And I think I should be good enough for making products this week again. It won't be like a lot of products, but it will be some products. I went to a few places in China that's extremely safe. I don't know how it's seen as unsafe. That's kind of scary. Well, I'm not saying that the entirety of China is seen as unsafe, but there is some, like, you have to understand, like, when it comes to China, I think there's some places they're considered like I don't want to compare it to North Korea, but very like foreigner unfriendly. But again, like this is just like what I read online. I've never been to China, so I cannot verify that. It's just what I read on that site. You visited Morocco? No. Everyone always ends up in the one in Amsterdam by mistake. Dude, I literally turned the street and I went like from a dark street to like a well lit up, like full of people street, and I just saw like naked women in the windows just like dancing. Like, okay, dude, I think I'm in the wrong street. Is it a big drop? No, it's a small drop, but it has like everything in it. Like from all the things, there's something there. When I was in Turkey, I kind of felt unsafe. I have to say, when I used to be a big Turkey traveler. I think I've been to Turkey at least 6 times. From the ages of 9 years old until the age of, I think, 16. And I have to say that I feel like Turkey overall it was very safe. It used to be very, very safe. Like, I used to go outside and, like, some people are weird, dude. Like, some of these people are weird, but it's always like that. Like, you will always find some weird dumbass, you know what I mean? Like Like as an example, when I was like I think like 13 or 12, I wanted a bag. Like you know those like places where you can buy like fake bags in Turkey. And we were outside and I wanted an MCM bag. And my mom was like kind of like talking to the guy to get a good price. And then the guy was like, "Okay, I make you this price, but she has to give me a kiss on the cheek." And obviously the way my mother is, yeah, sure, why not? Why not? Should my daughter, that's literally a minor, kiss like a 40-year-old guy on the cheek that she doesn't know? So obviously I had to kiss that guy on the cheek, which was very uncomfortable. But like it was pretty safe overall. Like I've never been like weirdly touched or approached. Like I think it happened twice that I was like my mom was like told like, "Oh, like I'm gonna give you like money or like I'm gonna give you items for her," which is fucking crazy to say. But like when she would say like fuck off, like they would fuck off, yeah? They wouldn't like steal me or some shit. But like obviously it's a bit different over there, you know? But like every culture has like their weirdos, you know what I mean? So I would say, but the older I got, the worse it got. Like I feel like nowadays Turkey is a little bit unsafe. Not crazy unsafe if you stay in your area, but you have to understand like the economy in Turkey is horrible, like extremely horrible. Like the people there like barely make money. Everything is super expensive and like their money is like monopoly money. Like it's not worth anything. So I have heard a lot of times, especially in the last couple of years, that a lot of stealing happens and a lot of like robberies happen without you being like killed or anything, but like you don't want to be stolen from, right? So yeah, I think it has become a little bit less safe to be like outside, but if you stay in your hotel, it's like whatever. Hello, Kath. Yeah, I'm doing a bit better now. So I'm trying to be like at least a little bit more consistent. Oh man, like weird uncles mentality is kind of common here too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of places have like weird uncle dudes, you know what I mean? It's the same in Japan and Korea. Like in Korea, when I would go out in the middle of the night, like sometimes I would like sit outside, right? And one time it even happened on stream. And I was like, I would like go to like the 7-Eleven, right? And I would be like, "Oh, no bag, no bag, thank you." And then I would go outside and sit outside to like eat my food. And then the guy would just come up to me, sit next to me, and like smile at me. He wouldn't talk to me, he would just smile like this while I was eating and drinking, you know? Which is kind of like, you's a fucking weirdo. But then again, it's like, I'm like an attraction to them. So it's like, nah, I don't give a fuck. As long as they're not like stepping over their boundary, like trying to sit next to me or touch me. Dude, if the old guy wants to sit in front of me and like smile at me, do it. And he wasn't following me anywhere, right? Like he was like the owner of this 7-Eleven or where he was like, or like a worker there. But yeah. Did I miss something? What happened last week? What is the near death experience? Yeah. I'm gonna upload the stream after stream. And then you can like rewatch it. I'm explaining it in the first like 10 minutes of the stream. I saw that the grocery stores in Turkey cost more than in London. Our money is so trash it is, which is, I feel so bad for you guys. When did you stop traveling with your mom? With my mother herself or with the whole family? So with the family, I stopped traveling at 14. And after that, I went on 2 more trips with her and my brother. But then at 16, I completely stopped. Was he just being friendly? Yeah, I think he was really just like excited to see me on my stream because I was like walking around like this with like the thingy, like the streaming holder, and I was like talking into my camera and he was like constantly just looking at me in the stream, and I was like on stream, I was like, dude, this guy sitting in front of me is just smiling at me, and I was just smiling back, like I don't know. And it was like next to my hotel. Like the 7-Eleven was literally, it wasn't even a 7-Eleven, it was called G2 or something. Because you have to understand, in Korea, they don't just have 7-Eleven. Like, they have G2 or whatever they're called. It's like a blue one. And that one was legitimately right next to my hotel. So I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, what is he gonna do? Like, it was a rich area. So I was like, yeah, dude is not gonna do anything to me. And he didn't feel like threatening, you know? Maybe in their culture, staring and smiling is normal. Staring, 100%, dude. Koreans are like this. And judgmental, dude. Dude, they're the biggest judgmental people ever. I guess being a woman is tiring sometimes. Well, yeah. I like I said, women will always have it harder traveling. It's just a fact. But doesn't mean it should keep you from experiencing the world. You just have to make sure to do good research before you go somewhere, right? Live with your dad after that? Yeah, after the trip in summer of 2015, I moved in with my father. Jubilee, what's up? Mirio, hello. Yeah, cause like after 16, I went on one more Turkey trip with like some aunts and my mother, and in when I was 15, I think we went on. I think when I was 15, we didn't go on a trip. I think it was literally just 16. That was the last trip. And after that, I traveled when I was 16 with my dad on New Year's Eve to London for a weekend to like celebrate New Year's. And then 2 years later, I went on an Amsterdam trip with my best friend at the time. And then I didn't travel until I met Dantes. Yeah, but again, like the Amsterdam trip and stuff, like those are all trips that aren't like big trips, right? Okay, guys. So my mother-in-law just arrived. So I'm probably gonna go and let her in and spend some time with her. But guys, thank you so much for coming by. Um I'm not sure if I'm gonna go live tomorrow because I don't think it's a good idea going live every day after another. I think it's better to always have a day in between where I can like take a break because I like already can feel that I like have a little bit of headache. Maybe it's also the headband to be honest, but yeah. So tomorrow we're not gonna see each other probably, but 100% the day after, and then we're gonna make like a little plan of like all the stuff we want to do for the company. So maybe we can like do a little bit of work on stream. We haven't done that in a while, and also obviously we're still waiting for the Pokemon stuff. So if the Pokemon stuff arrives tomorrow, I will go live tomorrow. And if not, we're gonna do it once the Pokemon stuff arrives, that we're gonna do like a stream opening it. Again, I hope that I can get the other box within a week as well. So once I get the Pokemon stuff, I'm gonna wait just a little bit to see if the other box will also arrive in time, and then we can open like everything together in like a big unboxing. And I'll see if I can get like a better camera setup, just so you guys can see the Pokemon cards a little bit better. Because like with the IV cam, it's really bad. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming by today. Thank you for all the subbies and everything. We're gonna see each other soon again. Also, don't forget, in 3 days, a new YouTube video is coming up. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys the kitties now because I promised it. Let me just close my window real fast so the cats can't jump out. Okay, Bubalonis! I love! I love! They're going on stream now. Because they really enjoy themselves. Come, Hexter. There they are. Pompey. A Pompey! A Popoloni. Yumza? Oh, Mama, oi. Mama, oi. Okay. They don't want to cuddle anymore. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming by today. We're gonna see each other in the next couple of days again. Love you guys so much. Don't forget